I'm Dr. Steven Zemanek, and today's question comes from the state of Minnesota. She writes, a friend of mine is involved in some non-biblical behavior, but they claim it's not a problem because God continues to bless the ministry that they're a part of. What do you think? I think it's a fantastic question, and it's one that each of us has to deal with as followers of Jesus. There are a lot of places in the Bible we can turn to answer this question, but my mind goes immediately to the book of Exodus, where we find Moses leading the children of Israel from Egypt through the desert to the promised land. Twice Moses is asked to bring water out of a rock. The first time the Lord says, hit the rock and I'll bring water out. Moses hits it, water comes out and feeds or gives water to all of the people and their animals. The second time, God speaks to Moses and says, speak to the rock, and I'll bring water out. Well, Moses, frustrated, upset, probably tired, decides he's not going to speak to the rock, but he just hits the rock. Two important things happen. One, God, because he's good, still brings water to bless the people. They needed the water, God knew it, and so God provided it, even though Moses disobeyed. But the second thing that happened is that Moses was able to lead the people through the wilderness, but he himself was never allowed to go into the promised land. God required a punishment for Moses' disobedience. Oftentimes, we are able to fool ourselves into believing that our selfish ambitions and our selfish ideas are okay by God because he's still doing great things through us. The truth is, God's not doing them because of us, but in spite of us. And we will pay penalty for our disobedience to God. That's just the way it is. And so my advice to all of us is to watch and make sure that we're doing what we're doing because God has asked us to do it, and not expect him to bless in spite of it, because what's at stake is not necessarily everyone around us. He'll still deal mercifully with them, but he will deal with us according to our actions. Well, those are my thoughts. And remember, because of Jesus, life is good today.